Welcome to the Encore Audio Archives YouTube channel. I'm Taper Dave, and this is my channel. I've recorded meetings and conventions here in Southern California since 1998. My sobriety date is June 20th of 1994, and I got sober in a small town called Santa Maria. I moved to Los Angeles when I had 5 years sober and started recording meetings shortly after I got here. In 2013, I started recording conventions. So please enjoy the channel. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Just click right down there. Thank you.
Welcome to the regular Friday night rodeo meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. My name is Robert, and I am certainly an alcoholic. Hi. We must keep the alley open for fire regulations. If you're parked in the alley or blocking the alley, now please move. Also, the church no longer allows us to smoke in the alley. Please smoke in the parking lot. Remember not to throw cups or trash on the church grounds. Could result in us losing the meeting. And if you smoke, please use ashtrays. This meeting is based on the primary principles of Alcoholics Anonymous: recovery, service, and unity. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is the desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and to help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Please make sure that your cell phones and beepers are off. If there's an empty seat next to you, please raise your hand so others may find a seat. Seats can only be saved for you and one other person only until the meeting has begun. Are there any other alcoholics present? Welcome, you're in the right place. Are there any visitors from out of town? Will you please stand, and as I point to you, tell us your name and where you are from? Welcome. Can't see? All right.
I'm John, an alcoholic in Sacramento.
Good deal. Is that it? Kind sir? All right. How about you, bro? Cool. Not to embarrass you, but so that we may get to know you better, are there any newcomers in their first 30 days of sobriety? Will you please stand, and as I point to you, please state your name and disease. That's not too oppressive. Any newcomers? Can't see. Anyone? Hey. Hey. Welcome. I know that one. Is that it? Very well. In Southern California, it is a tradition to read a portion of Chapter 5 in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, and tonight I have asked Marcos to read it for us. Where is he? Is he busy? Oh, there he is.
My name is Marcos, I'm alcoholic. Chapter 5, How It Works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault, they seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those, too, who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures avail us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What an order, I can't go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter to the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he were sought.
We will now observe the 7th tradition. Please stay seated, and while the basket is being passed, please make your donations quickly, as we have many birthdays tonight. Day to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Hayes, happy birthday to you. All right, our first birthday is for 1 year for Lorianne and Rustum, Nancy, Peter, and Shamala. Shamalis. Okay, I didn't write it. We'll give her a cake.
Wow, this is what it looks like. Everyone says it's so bright. I'm Lorianne. I'm a drug addict and an alcoholic. Hi. I just want to say quickly, Jerry Shamalis is somebody who I know has had a great deal of success being in here since he's got 26 plus years here. And he's always here still, and he's got success outside, and he's just, it's so great to see him constantly, you know, working this program, and it's a great thing. And my friend Peter always reminds me to feel fabulous, no matter what, which is so important, you know, just to feel good about yourself. And Nancy's a person I first called when I was absolutely a disaster on pills, and she used to sit with me in and out for 5 years. I've been in and out trying to get this program, and I used to kick her ass at Scrabble, and now that I'm sober, I can't win. It's just tragic. And also, Rustum is somebody who, when I first walked in here, I said, I need a commitment, and he said, you can do the dishes. And I was like, shit, and I still do the dishes. Anyway, that's what's kept me coming here, doing the dishes. So get a commitment, and thanks for letting me share my birthday here.
Second birthday is for John for 1 year, and Rustum and Sprider will present the cake. for
John K.
John K. for 1 year, and Whitney, Matt, Laura, Travis, and John. We'll give him his cake, and we'll sort this out.
I'm John. I'm an alcoholic addict. I'd like to thank my dad, my uncle Matt, Travis, and Whitney for giving me my cake. I'm not going to give you the rundown about you guys know everything about them. So, yeah, I used to come to this meeting when it was on Rodeo when I was just a little kid, and I really never thought that I would actually be taking a cake. You know, it's been a pretty crazy year. For anybody who's new, I know there's at least more than one of you out there. If you have anything that you need to overcome and you're afraid to do it and you don't know what to do, this is a good place to be. Put out your hand and ask for help. That's what I did, and it took me a really long time to do that. You know, I've been through a lot. I just got out of prison, and I did that sober, and that's not something I ever thought I'd be able to do. So, you know, I have a good relationship with my dad, my uncle, you know, most of my family now, and I don't know. Just, you know, if you're new, give yourself a chance. Because, you know, this program works. Thanks.
Next birthday is also for 1 year for Jonathan, and Sherry, and Rob. We'll give them the cake.
My name is Jonathan. I'm alcoholic. I want to thank God and Liberty House and the two people that gave me a cake. A year ago today, I was completely hopeless and alone, and I have a brand new life today. I owe my life to this program, and Sherry, my sponsor, you've taught me everything I need to know about being a man and what it is to be a man and to show up and to be present and how to love and how to be an example. I owe my life to you. And Rob was one of my first friends in sobriety and really showed me how what a real friend is. And I love you, Rob. Thank you. And a year, God, it's like I've come a long way and I've got a long way to go, is what I've learned. And I've learned that it's not about me anymore, and it's about what I can give back. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Next is for Jeremy, again for 1 year, and Jerry will give him the cake.
Jeremy, yeah.
I'm Jeremy, and I'm an alcoholic. I'd like to thank Jerry very much for giving me that cake. He is a tremendous example of A at its best, and when I realized after 18 years of being in this program that it was about time to do it right, I knew that Jerry was the person to do it with, and words really can't express how grateful I am. Where are you, Jerry? How grateful I am for his assistance this year. It's never too late. It's never too late. Thank you very much.
Next for Amanda for 4 years, Sherry, Jason, Andrew, Nicole, and Trent will give the cake.
Hi, Amanda, alcoholic. I'd like to thank Sherry, my sponsor, who I actually think I met at the Rodeo meeting when I was speaking. I did the little leader thing when I had like 3 months sober, and I met Sherry, and she sat on the back of the stage with me and held my hand, and we prayed before I shared, and Andrew remembers me from back then and how I shared that I huffed hair mousse in rehab, and everyone called me Moose, the Moose Girl after that. And then my cousin Trenton, who's got 67 days now, and my best friend Jason, who I met when I had 3 years and 6 months, and Nicole, who's a new friend, and she's awesome. And so thank all of them. And I also have to mention that yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of my ex-boyfriend's death of a heroin overdose. And his death has kept me sober, and it's a constant reminder, every year I get a year, and then 4 days later, it's the anniversary of his death. So that's it. Thank you.
Now we got John for 4 years in arrest, and we'll give him this cake. Sprider as well, or no? 4 years.
Come on.
My name is John, and I'm an alcoholic. You kind of got that right. I want to thank Strider. I sponsor Strider, and I love him dearly. He helps me stay sober every day. And Rustum, I don't know, 25 years I've known Rustum. I'm feeling a lot of love tonight, and I got clean and sober to have feelings and to be able to deal with them and have my feelings match my thinking. And that's really what I want. And tonight my feelings are truly matching my thinking. And I believe that love works through people. And my God, what I have in this room, guys 30 plus, 20, 25 years that I've known these men and women, and it just, I feel love. I am closer to God than I am on most days because of that. And I'm truly grateful for that. And that's one of the things this program gave me. Thank you very much for letting me share.
Now we have cake for Woody for 6 years, and Coco and Jerry. We'll give it to him.
Hi, my name's Woody. I'm a drug addict. This is really a special moment. I've been trying to make this thing for 30 years, maybe 28, and it's pretty hard to make this program when you're still hip, And I want to thank Coco and Jerry. They're very special people in my life and have been for a long time. And I could talk about both of them forever, believe me. But I didn't realize what I had here. If there's someone here tonight who doesn't really know what this thing is about, the power of this thing, it is, it's like almost unbelievable. I'm sick of myself for not taking advantage of it. I was lacking a lot of things. I didn't, everybody liked me and I got along with everybody, and I loved AA, but it just wouldn't do anything, I didn't have a conscious contact with the Father, and I've developed that in the last 6 years, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Next, we got 6 years for Audrey and Jackie, Jeff, and Mark.
I'm Audrey, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Audrey. And I was wondering before I got changed, if I put in a 10, if I'd just be guaranteed 3 more years. Not enough. 6 years, not enough. I found myself sitting in the chair of a service manager's desk, getting car repairs today, and I just started bawling. And I picked up the phone and I called Jackie, and she's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I'm at the dealership." She goes, "What's wrong with your car?" I was like, "Nothing. Everything's perfect." Being sober wasn't enough for me today at 1 o'clock at the dealership. So I thought I'd come to a meeting. I've never taken a cake here at Rodeo, and it's enough to be sober today, 6 years sober and 1 day. It's enough to walk in and see smiling faces and people ask me how I'm doing, and it's enough to help serve this amazing food and to be part of Alcoholics Anonymous and see smiling faces. So thank you for my sobriety, Rodeo. Yeah.
Brad has 7 years, and Charlie and Alex are going to give him the cake.
Brad, alcoholic. Hey, Brad. I want to thank the 2 gentlemen that gave me my cake. Alex and Chuck I both used to get loaded with, and Chuck's been sober a while, and Alex is new. And I'm really grateful. I don't know really where to begin. I was just eating with my folks, and my mom was like,
did you really think when I was driving you down to that detox 7 years ago you'd stay clean? And I was thinking back, and back then I was living second by second, and literally, like, I felt suicidal, homicidal all the time. And I remember I kept falling out because I was loaded. My mom kept thinking I was ODing on the way, and I was like, I looked at her, I was like, Mom, I'd already be dead after I took the shot, and I was pissed off that she kept stopping the car. And that's where my life was at. I was fully every day getting high and loaded and drunk, and I've just become a well-rounded individual, and which is fucking crazy. I used to be just very volatile, and I was nuts, you know what I mean? So I owe this program my life, hands down. Thank you very much.
We got Rob, 10 years, and Dave and Jake are going to give him the cake.
Double-digit sobriety. Rob, alcoholic. I'd like to thank those guys. My friend Jake's visiting from Bali, Australia, and other places, and that's nice to have him be here because we got sober together in Hawaii about 10 years ago. And the other two guys I know from here, and I've watched them get sober and work this program, and they've helped me a lot to stay sober while I've been here. Yeah, you know, if you're new, at 10 years of sobriety, you can still be completely out of your mind and stay sober, and that's how my year's been. And that's largely because of me. And I've taken control of my life and taken everything into my own hands, and I'm running the show, and I'm a little nuts over it all. So, but it's good, you know, I'm sober and I can do that. And truth is I know that I need to get back into, you know, working this deal because I know how to work this deal, and that's how I've got 10 years of sobriety. And so as soon as the madness of Christmas is over, I will attempt to do that. So thanks for being here.
Judah, Ben for 11 years, Paulette and Tom. Can you give the cake?
Hi, Judah, alcoholic.
Hi, Judah.
Oh, God, it's great to be here. Thanks, Tom. Where is he? There you are. You've been such a great friend and a guy I can connect with down here, and it's amazing. And Paula, I love you, and you put up with a lot with me, and we are all crazy alcoholics here. I've been this year's been pretty wild. I've been humbled a lot, put back on my knees, and been exploring other 12-step programs and really learning a whole lot. Today, my landlady talked to me. She buried. She works at a rehab, but she's a cook, and they buried a gentleman that had 2 years, went out on heroin, dead, and that's what happens to us. So if you have any illusions about messing around with this disease, and you stick around long enough, this will take you out. And you know, on a positive note, for me, I'm just back on step 1 and working the steps, and I don't know a whole lot right now at 11 years, and it feels good. I feel like I'm a newcomer. So thank you. Bye.
Rick's got 14 years, Lisa, Jake, and Rustum. Give him the cake.
And thank you guys. $20, keep the change. Probably been coming here every Friday since '95 to save a handful of Friday nights. And most grateful to these people here. Give me the cake, particularly Jake and Nick. Give me the purpose of really showing up to these meetings, and they inspire me. Keep coming back. Nick keeps coming back no matter what, and I love it. And Jake's journey is really inspiring me to in my sobriety. Lisa is teaching me about friendship and how to love, and Rustum saved me from myself by putting me on the commitment team. I encourage you to get all commitments. Thanks, and welcome all newcomers, and
Our last birthday tonight is for Clint for 27 years, and Michael's going to give him the cake.
Stay here 1 second. I want to thank my nephew, Michael, for giving me a cake. You see the family resemblance here? Do we look alike? Huh? No. Okay. Go on. I moved to, first of all, I'm a very grateful alcoholic. I moved to the Palos Verdes Peninsula about 18 years ago, so I just get up here once in a blue moon, and that's usually to take a cake. And it's great to see some wonderful old friends from way back in my early days, and just great to see all of you. Just in the last couple of years, I've gotten a better understanding of the word grace. We all so often say, by the grace of God, we're sober. And but just in the last few years, I've come to understand by comparing it with some other words. Justice is getting what we deserve. You do the crime, you do the time. Justice is exactly what you deserve. Mercy is lenience, not getting what you deserve. Grace is getting that which you don't deserve at all. It's an absolute gift. And by the grace of God and Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm here today 27 years later. And it took me, I had 1 year of sobriety 3 times. It was Amanda had 1 year and just about a month, or 1 year and a few days, 1 year and a little bit, 3 times. And at the 3rd time, I said 1 day at a time. It's going to have to be 1 day at a time from here on out. 9,872 times I've been able to put my head on the pillow and say, thanks God for another day. Thank you.
Yeah. So. Congratulations to all the birthday people. Before I share, I want to remind you that following my share, there's a 10-minute break. The break is only 10 minutes, and we ask that you return to the meeting promptly, or your seats will be made available to those who are. And Rustin will wave me down when it's over, right? My name is Robert, and I am an alcoholic. Hi, I am an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic. You know, it was so funny. The great thing I think about getting involved in like some service or racing from a 14-hour insaniac day, pretending that your day job is important to like what's really vital, you know, it's that you come here and you get to tweak on stuff. So by the time, if you have to share, you have to interact or something, you're so out of your head that you don't really have time like you do in a round robin where it's like, oh, there's 6 away, trip, 5 away, trip. You know? So that's really good for me, because I think for me, alcoholism is essentially my inability to be okay in the moment, you know, and what always has before, you know, helped me not have to be in the moment, which was okay because I was anesthetized, was the drinking and the drugs and stuff. And I know a lot of folks here, and my story is no different. It's just so perhaps more, possibly even more pathetic, or not as pathetic. What I really dig is seeing someone get a cake and a guy on crutches show up to give him his cake, you know. And in all the myriad of treatment centers and jails and institutions, and by the way, I'm also very happy to be seeing some guys that I know that have been to the pen too tonight. That comforts me greatly. There's kind of a sick pride, and I was so fucked up and sick and in denial that I actually had to get locked down, and no, that didn't work either. That's what a fucking badass I am. You know, and my experience as an alcoholic will take twisted, I'll speak for myself, twisted, inhumane, degrading acts, set them upon themselves, and then find some way to make that a point of pride, because that's all, for me, you know, that I've had as often as not, you know. I've been full of shit for so long, and I've been in and out, and I've gotten up and taken cakes before, you know. I've been at sundowners just gouged, raising my hand to share. I mean, I've done everything, you know. And I have that devious, you know, disposition. And I was even thinking when the basket's going around, man, this would be a hell of a basket to nab and go, like, you know, get loaded with. Because I've heard about, because I didn't get to do what my friend Sam S. did, which is Perry Street in New York, and like take the basket and go, I'm the treasurer. No, I'm going to Avenue D and 4th Street. Whoops. You know, the bigger the fall from grace, the more powerful the amends later on. But I'm just glad to be here. It's so nice to be on this side of it, not lurking in the back. You know, I would imagine it's pretty clear at this point that if you see me here and, you know, I'm clean and I really, really picked it up and got into it for the first time, had time before and white knuckling it and finally got convinced in a way that is irrelevant. 6 months ago, got a sponsor, been doing the steps, go to meetings all the time, service and prayer, and everything that I was like, oh yeah, I got that before and never really did, you know. If I'm standing here and you have an inkling that I'm really walking this, then I'm really glad to be here. That means it is not beyond anybody, literally, anybody. Because it's just so twisted, you know, what happens, and it's so easy to run out of hope. And it's just such a blast to not fucking be in trouble. Not be in trouble, not be lying, not be wondering, when is that going to happen again when I'm not going to be able to make a choice about whether I pick up or not, you know? And someone had said to me recently, if you want to break a pattern, you know, or a disease, which is a pattern as well, then you just got to do another pattern. And it was so simple that it eluded me for so long, you know? And tell them we're busy. But I'm having fun, you know, and I'm clean and I'm glad to be here. And I don't know, I really wouldn't trade it for anything. As a matter of fact, because I used to think about this, you know, if I was going to really get clean and do all this rigmarole and the BS that I see all these people doing and smiling up a fucking storm the whole way and they're all so happy, aren't they? That, you know, I'd be really sacrificing something, you know, and what I was sacrificing was a huge lethal dose of narcissism. And that's kind of, you know, where I come from today is it's still so there, but Jerry S., my sponsor, he has really no time for anything. He'd prefer we actually just spoke on email and he could, you know, tell me what step we're on and what to do. But I did drive out and do a fifth step with him. In Mount Washington, so far away. It's like there's like Native American, I don't even know where it is. It's like train tracks in downtown. He's like, yeah, you should just come over here. I was like, all right. And we did it, and everything that I thought is like, oh, God, you know, do I have to, like, posture up it like I have in 300 rehabs? Like, I'm doing my 4-step with the pastor so I can get out of this 28-day spin drive. And really did one and really got some relief, and now, you know, into 6 and 7 and then 8, which I can't even imagine how it would be, but, you know. As a matter of fact, there was some lawyer from one of these pathetic, like, debacle trials for me parading around in Palm Springs or something today. I said, yeah, well, you know, I've always known you're a guy of character, so I hope you'll come down to the office so we can talk about exactly, you know, what went wrong with our case. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm going to have to run that by my sponsor, brother. Can kiss my ass. Like, was vibing me weird. And we get to do some of that too, right? There it is. And after the break, we'll see ya. We can continue. Is that it? Let's have a break. Please remember that everyone in the meeting must be in their seats and quiet so we can continue out of respect for the main speaker. If you must talk, please take it downstairs and outside of the parking lot. There are other meetings taking place tonight in this facility, so please be respectful of them too. The 12 traditions are as important to the group as the steps are to the individual. Where's John? It is a custom in Southern California to read the 12 traditions, and tonight I have asked John to read them for us.
John, I'm an alcoholic. 12 traditions. Our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. 2, for our group purpose there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as we express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants, they do not govern. 3, the only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. 4, each group should be autonomous except in matters affecting other groups and AA as a whole. 5, each group has but one primary purpose, to carry its message to the alcoholic who still suffers. 6, the AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7, every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8, Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9, as AA as such ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10, Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, hence the AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. 11, our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need to always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. 12, anonymity is the spiritual foundation of our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. Thank you, Robert.
Now, it is time to introduce our main speaker for tonight, Bird.
Sorry to interrupt your viewing. Taper Dave here. Just wanted to take a second to ask you to like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you like what you're listening. I've got some very good talks here, and this one's a great one. Just curious, do you think this is better than Zoom? Tell me what you think. Okay, this is how I prepare my drone for launching. I like to do it inside the cab of my truck so I'm not standing outside in the weather. To install the joysticks for control, up and down, right and left, powered on. I have an Android phone that I use to connect it to the drone with. And it's actually controlled through the iPhone, through an app. Oops, wrong way. It's actually controlled through the iPhone, or through this Android phone, through the app. It's actually controlled through the Android phone, through an app, and you connect it through this short connection right here.
Remote control connected.
Remote control's connected. So I pull out the drone. I have to extend the legs. Long legs extended first, then the short legs. Remove the gimbal protector. Set that aside, then power it on one short burst, then one long burst. I lay it down. So I have to go to calibrate. So the drone's not connected yet. It shows you here as this drone gets disconnected, even though the remote's powered on. So the drone has to establish it's connected. So I go into the app to calibration mode. First I'll calibrate the remote controller. Start calibration. Out, in, oop, out, in, up, down, and then this little wheel is to control the gimbal. So it's calibrated. Go to gimbal calibration, start calibration, and then it calibrates the gimbal. I don't know if that shows up. The gimbal's moving all over the place. Changes, you can see it on the video. And I'm calibrated to take off. It's acquired 7 satellites at the moment. There are 26 satellites up in the sky, which it has to acquire before you can take off. So it's connected. It's got enough satellites. This is white. I can go to press this little arrow button, swipe right to take off, and it would start the motors if I slid this to the right, but I'll wait till I get outside. Don't want to do it inside.